Yo guys, what is going on? It is Mr. DJM here, back again bringing you another video. This is episode 6 in my Road to Elite series. So as always guys, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers and I will be doing a face reveal when I actually manage to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if that's something you want to see, make sure you subscribe. Let's get into this video. So I'm going to show you my team first, as always. So I started every game in a 4-5-1 formation, but I did actually change it to 4-1-2-1-2. I'll get into that a bit later on. But kicking things off, in goal, I went with Hugo Lloris, 88 rated. I bought him for 57,000 coins. And this is the first goalkeeper that I have played with who I've actually paid a considerable amount of money for. And to be fair to him, he was very good. One of the best goalkeepers I've used. Really good reflexes, great at making big saves in big matches, and I didn't really have any complaints on Lloris. I thought he was a very good all-round goalkeeper. Right back, I went with Danny Carvajal, who I actually packed. He's about 5k-ish on the market, I think, and he got 1 goal and 1 assist for me in the 40 matches. And I felt this guy's, he's an okay right back, but he is a slight weakness in this team. I'd say if I wanted to upgrade this team in any way, I'd say I'd maybe look at him, because he's not got anything sensational about him. He's just fairly average, to be honest. Right centre back, I went with Rafael Varane, who I bought for 21,500 coins. Got 1 goal for me in the 40 matches. Now, for me, I've always considered Rafael Varane one of the best centre backs on this game in terms of value for money. I think you're just getting such a complete central defender. And alongside him, I went with Cesar Azpilicueta, who I bought for 23,500 coins. Got 4 assists in the 40 matches. And I sometimes use this guy as a left back, sometimes played him as a centre back. I couldn't really make up my mind whether I thought he was good enough to play centre back. So I do think he's a very solid player on this game. Left centre back though, I went with Inform Saeed Kolasinac, who I bought for 67,000 coins. He got 3 goals and 2 assists in the 40 matches. And this guy was just such a good defender on this game. That's why sometimes I didn't know whether to put Azpilicueta left back and this guy centre back, because he was just so good. For me, this guy was the best defender in this team. He was just such a solid and reliable player, really strong. Yeah, really big fan of him. Central midfield now, I went with N'Golo Kante, who I bought for 153,000 coins. Did only get 1 goal in the 40 matches. Now, that is a very disappointing return for me. But you know Kante is not going to bring you many goals or assists, so I kind of had to expect that. Now, I have been slightly critical of Kante in the past, saying you can't really consider him to be one of the best central midfielders on this game. I kind of still stand by that, but he did play very well for me in this team. Make no mistake, he is a very good player on this game. Into the 2 cams now, starting off on the right hand side, I went with Moussa Dembele, who I bought for 6,700 coins. Got 7 goals and 6 assists in the 40 matches. Now, I was a big fan of Dembele. For me, he's a really good, calm, composed central midfielder, very good on the ball, just keeps the team ticking over, and I was a big fan of him. Left cam now, I went with Inform Aaron Moy, who I brought for 34,500 coins. He got 5 goals and 12 assists in the 40 matches. A pretty nice return from him. And yeah, I like Moy. A very good, complete central midfielder. Can do every part of the game. Very strong, good on the ball. Yeah, I've got no complaints to that guy. A very solid midfielder. Left midfield now, I've gone with the big money signings. Eden Hazard, who I bought for 283,000 coins. He got a really good return. 36 goals and 23 assists in the 40 matches. I was playing this guy as a cam, and for me, this guy was the best player in this team. This guy, without a doubt, the best cam I've used. Just really electric. His dribbling is sensational. Very clinical finisher. One of the best players on this game, in my opinion. Right midfield now, I went with another big money signing, Gareth Bale, and along with Eden Hazard, one of the standout players, I went for 377,000 coins, got a really good return, 39 goals and 24 assists in the 40 matches. It's a very good player on this game, really strong, great at getting him in behind, a pretty clinical finisher as well. And yeah, Gareth Bale and Eden Hazard, 2 of the best players on this game for me. And that's why I wanted them 2 in particular in my team. Now, up front, I have gone with Romelu Lukaku, who I bought for 81,500 coins. He got 23 goals and 23 assists in the 40 matches. I would have definitely liked a lot more goals from Lukaku, but his overall contribution to the team was pretty good. He's a very strong player, a very clinical finisher when he gets the chance. I really don't have too many complaints of Lukaku. I feel he does contribute a lot to this team. Everyone on 10 chemistry. On to some of my super subs now. Tolisso, a guy I always like to bring off the bench, just a very good box-to-box midfielder. Paulinho, the same. It was one of those two I would normally bring on for either Moy or Dembele. And then I had Antonio, who I've recently got Footmas card, who I usually bring on for Lukaku later on in the game when I needed a bit more energy. So as I said earlier, I do change the formation to 4-1-2-1-2. I would play Lukaku up front with Gareth Bale. I'd have Eden Hazard as cam, and then I'd have Dembele left central midfield, Moy right central midfield, and then Kante as the CDM. Sometimes I would change Kolasinac and Azpilicueta around, but for the majority of the time I played Kolasinac as a left back. Player instructions now: Lukaku and Bale both get in behind and press the back line. Eden Hazard stay forwards, get into the box for cross and free roam. And then I had Dembele and Aaron Moy both stay on the edge of the box for cross. And then N'Golo Kante, it was cut passing lanes and stay back while attacking. For both my fullbacks, I kept it as balanced. I do like them getting forwards occasionally just because it helps with the overall way the team plays. Everything on 50 for custom tactics as always. On to my highlights now from the Foot Champions weekend. And if you guys would have seen last week's episode, I managed to get 25 wins, which is gold 1. I had Neymar in my team. I was really looking to push for elite, hoping that Neymar was going to be the guy to take me there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. I only had really one world-class player, so I thought, what could I do to take me to the next level? And I thought, instead of having one world-class player, why don't I get two? So I got Bale and Hazard. So let's get into how I got on. As always, I split it into 4 sections: games between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and then 30 to 40. So the first 10 matches, I won my first game, but then I lost 2 games in a row, which was a pretty bad start, to be honest, and I was very disappointed. But then I did actually manage to go on a pretty decent run towards the end. I won 2 games, then I lost another match, but then I did win my last 4 matches. So overall, I had 7 out of 10 wins for the first 10 matches, which for me, I'm happy with that. If I can get 7 out of 10, I think that's a pretty solid return, and it's a good way of going about trying to get into Elite 3. So yeah, the team was playing really well. Hazard and Bale were the 2 standout players, without a doubt. I felt the midfield was pretty complete. I have criticised Kante in the past, but for me, I now realise I don't think Kante's a CDM. I think that's where I've been going wrong with N'Golo Kante. He's more of a central midfielder, pressing high up the pitch. So, as you can see, their confirmation 7 out of 10 wins. So, the team was playing well. Everything was going pretty smoothly. I always seem to do pretty well for the first 10 games. It's now on to the crunch period, the games between 10 to 20. This is where I tend to struggle. Let's get into how I got on. So, the first game, unfortunately, I did lose. But then I actually managed to win 4 games in a row. So pretty good form. Now something very controversial does happen. So I'm playing in a match. I'm 4-3 up. It's in the 120th minute. The ref's about to blow for full time. And then my Xbox switches off out of nowhere. And I get the loss. It just really pissed me off, to be honest, because I was on a really good run of form. I just won 4 games in a row. That would have made it 5 in a row. And everything was going great. And then my Xbox just switches off. I don't know why it did that. But it pissed me off anyway, I'm not going to lie. So I did get a defeat there. I managed to win 2 games after that, then lose 1, and then win my last game. So overall, I had 7 out of 10 wins once again. It would have been 8 out of 10 if I would have won that match where my Xbox switched off. So 2 7 out of 10s for the first load of 10 matches. So I'm on 14 out of 20 wins at the halfway stage, and that is a very good return. If I could, I would have to manage to get 15 out of 20 to get Elite 3. So if I could continue to play very similar to how I was already playing, it really was looking like a real possibility that I could actually push into Elite 3 for the very first time. So everything was going great. So now, as you can see there, confirmation 14 wins out of 20. So let's get on to the games now between 20 to 30. Now this is really an important stage of my Foot Champions weekend, and it's make or break now. You've really got to continue your consistent performances up. Any mistakes and it's gone really. So let's get into how I got on. Now I have previous Foot Champions weekends tend to bottle it a lot. I seem to just crumble under the pressure, seem to get a few defeats in a row and just can't stop losing. And surprise, surprise, guys, it happened once again. I managed to lose 3 games in a row, which really did put a massive dent in any ambition of getting Elite 3. And it really did just deflate my whole performances for the rest of the Foot Champions Weekend League. And it's just such frustrating just to do so well for half of the matches and then just to bottle it in 3 games, and it's looking like it's all over already. But I managed to win 2 games after that. Then I lost another 2 matches. I won 1, lost 1, won 1. So overall, I managed to get 4 wins out of 10 matches, which is absolutely abysmal. It's currently joint with another weekend where I managed to get only 4 out of 10 on one of them games in the 10-game period. So it's my worst return ever in a 10-game period. Only 4 wins out of 10. So yeah, very disappointing. I did feel the team let me down slightly, and it was a few players I wouldn't expect me to let me down. Raphael Varane just seemed a bit shaky, seemed very weak when I was playing with him in this weekend league. Now, I now realise that it's not Raphael Varane's fault, because I've used him on previous weeks and he's been absolutely terrific. So I was just defending very poorly on this weekend league. I'm not going to lie, I'm taking a huge chunk of the responsibility. It was my fault that I bottled it, really. But anyway, guys, there was still a chance of gold 1, so I had to win 7 wins out of 10 matches, which I'd done for the first 2 lots of 10s, so it was a possibility, but I've just had a really bad run of form, winning only 4 out of 10, so it really was in the balance. If I played like I did for the first 20 matches, it was looking like I could get gold 1, but if I played like the last 10 matches, I probably wasn't going to get it. So let's get into how I got on. I got off to a really good start. I won 3 matches in a row, putting me in a very, very strong position for getting into gold 1. But then, out of nowhere, 3 losses in a row. It was just such a weird situation. I was playing really well, and then out of nowhere, I lose 3 games in a row. I just couldn't get any consistency. Then I won 1 match. Then I was drawing 2-2 in the 90th minute. I concede a goal, which gives me the loss, and then that means, unfortunately, I can't even get into gold 1. So it's gold 2. I did win the last 2 matches, so I managed to get into gold 2, where I finished on 24 wins overall. So I was just 1 win off of getting into gold 1, and as you would have remembered, my Xbox switched off and I got a defeat for the game that I was winning. So if I'd have had that win, I would have actually got into gold 1. So overall, guys, it was just such a frustrating weekend league. Probably the most frustrating I've had so far on FIFA, where nothing really seemed to go my way, because it was looking like I really could go into Elite for this weekend league. For the first 20 matches, I was doing so well. But once again, I've bottled it, and it's gold 2 for me this weekend league. As always, now just like to finish up on showing you some of the really good teams that I played against. This one, a very nice Serie A team with the Footmus Koulibaly. This one, this guy's got some really good icons. Also has Player of the Month Salah, 88 rated striker. He looks insane on this game. I'd love to play with him. We've got this team as well with a few different icons, Van Basten and Hadji. Pretty nice players there. So as always, guys, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'll catch you in the next video, guys.